Before we start this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. Y'all are amazing. I just want to make it clear that when I uploaded that video, I just had 74 subscribers. Now I have what? Seriously though, thank you so much for your support. Y'all are awesome. And now, on to the video. For my entire life, I thought I was going to have a normal school life. Like in all elementary, I was stuck in public school, which in that case probably led to a few problems. But we don't talk about that yet. But that was until 5th grade when I got assigned to a non-binary teacher, which was quite surprising. We didn't call them either Mrs. or Mr. It was Mix. And ever in my life have I heard of that before. And after I went to school for the first day in 5th grade, my parents were literally thinking to transfer me to a different school. And when my mom told me that they were going to transfer me, I was quite shocked. How did I feel about that? Well, I felt nervous because I'm going to a different school, but I was also feeling excited because I never got to experience the feeling of it before. But I was also quite disappointed because on my first day, our teacher mentioned some fun things we're about to do in the year and even has one of those cool classrooms. But I'm quite glad as well because I didn't have any close friends in my class. But anywho, for my public school, I only went there for the first day of school. The second day, I didn't even go for some reason, and I went back for third day. After that day, that's when my parents decided, yeah, let's get this child a new school. And the school they chose was probably the best option ever. Before I even came to check my school out, I heard that I was going to a private school. No. Not just a private school, a Christian private school. And I even heard that I was going to have to wear a uniform. To be honest, at that time, I really thought I was going to wear one of those super fancy ones. But instead, I got the sad ones. Yeah, that checks it out. But anyways, on the 1st of September, yes, I know the exact date, we went to have an interview at the building. And when we went to the parking lot, I was shocked and surprised. And, well, basically, I went through a roller coaster of emotions. Like, I take one look at the building and I have multiple questions. My school was literally a size of a house. It was so tiny. And just to tell you, I've been driving past that building and I never noticed that it was even a school. Like, seriously, it was such an insane size. But anywho, we went inside the building and we got met with the school's, okay, I forgot her job. Well, let's just call her the vice principal because she acts like the vice principal. Anyway, she mentions the dress codes, blah, 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 asks questions, blah, blah, blah. I didn't pay any attention, blah, blah, blah. And after all that yapping, we got a tour of the building, which I got to explain to you all in detail about it because things work way different than your school, trust me. So for the classrooms, you might be confused because, well, how do you fit a whole school inside this little building? Let me explain. So basically, we have the little kids class, which runs with TK, kindergarten, and first grade. Then we have the kids/tweens class, which one side runs with 2nd to 3rd, and the other 4th to 5th, which was the one I was in. And then we have the big kids class, which runs with 6th all the way to 12th. And yes, I'm saying that the teenagers have to hang out with the big giants that are literally taller than the teachers. And for lunch, no, we don't have a cafeteria. Instead, we have the sad little kitchen that leads outside, which where it leads us to where we eat. Yes, I'm talking about outside where we have to eat in the freaking cold or in the freaking hot sun. And this is where we play. So you kids hop on the cars? No, you genius! They basically move the cars and put up a fence. And then have the kids play on the concrete, I guess. But anywho, we left and I was for sure confident that I was prepared for school. So now on September 9th, I finally went to my first day of school. I was quite nervous. Well, let's see if I make a new friend today, shall we? So I went inside and found my seat and I got met with a group of kids, aka also known as the Spencer family. Yes, this school has a whole family tree. Anyways, I became friends with one of them. Let's call her Angel. She was literally the first day of school friend. We met on recess and played freeze tag and Marco Polo. At the end of the day, she even shared half of her bagel with me. Wow, she really was the first day of school friend. Also, I can't forget about the teacher. Let's call her Miss. She's really nice and I have gained my trust for her. She's understanding and has a great sense of humor. But by that day, do you want to know the exclusive perks we get by going to the school? That's right! We have no school on Fridays, no homework, except if you have work that you have to finish, but that rarely happens. And we don't get to go into school until September. Seriously, these perks are insane. Can you believe it? You want to know another big perk we get from this school? This school doesn't have Chromebooks, so we don't have to worry about annoying iReady lessons, extra math lessons. God, I can't even tell you how much I hated that. I hated that so much. And super annoying Google assignments. Wow, I'm so glad those days are over. And thanks to those perks, the worry of school for me has definitely gone down by 71%. Also, here's another very different thing about what we do in this school. Every morning, when all the kids comes in and settles in, they eventually ring a bell, and then we have to go to the big kids class because that's where the flags are, and then we say the pledges. But we don't just say one we all know. No. You see, since this is a Christian school, we'd have to say all of these. And after that, we'd go back to our classes and do a thing called devotional, where we basically, in our class, we would pick a verse from the Bible and the teachers would talk about it. Eventually, I hate when this would happen. Okay, bow your heads down and let's choose someone to pray for us. Oh gosh, please don't pick me, please don't pick me, please don't pick me. How about Sophia?
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Now, if you were expecting for an actual story today, I'd just like to say that I'm going to save those for future videos. And this video was just for me to tell you how different my school is and how I got here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and now I'll see you next time.